This video demonstrates how the online Scratchpad can be used to help you answer objective test questions in the Applied Skills computer-based exams. Practice is vital. Make sure you use the ACCA practice platform in advance of your exam so that you're familiar with the screen layout and functionality available to you, such as the Scratchpad. We're going to look at two examples of objective test questions from performance management and financial reporting. Here we have an objective test question from performance management. You can see this is the sort of question that needs multiple calculations. Let's look at how the Scratchpad can be used to provide a structure for producing an answer. Firstly, position the Scratchpad in your workspace so that you can see the whole question. Here you can see how you would use the Scratchpad to organise your thoughts as you work through the calculations on the on-screen calculator. Remember, you're allowed to use your own calculator if you prefer. A good starting point for an objective test question is to read the requirements and the options available. The options often provide an indicator of the calculations and workings that you may need to produce. Use your Scratchpad to list out these calculations or workings. You don't need to type out workings in full on the Scratchpad. Use abbreviations and notations that make sense to you. This will save you a lot of time in the exam. Remember, your workings will not be marked. It's important to enter your answer before you move on to the next question. Everything you type into the Scratchpad will be retained throughout the exam. We suggest only keeping workings for questions you've flagged and would like to come back to later. This second objective test question is from financial reporting and is an example of a fill-in-the-blank question. As before, read the requirement to understand what calculations you may need to perform. You can take advantage of the highlight function to ensure you're using correct dates and numbers in your workings. Typically, a lease liability question may prompt you to make use of a lease liability table. However, you can arrive at an answer just as easily by working through the steps of the table via calculations that you can type out on the Scratchpad. This is being demonstrated here. Using the Scratchpad along with the on-screen calculator allows you to work systematically through the steps needed to calculate the answer. The Scratchpad is the ideal tool to gather your thoughts, to organise your workings, and to provide a structure that allows you to remain calm as you work efficiently through the question. To practice becoming an expert with the Scratchpad, use the ACCA practice platform.